Well, stay with us. We'll have the full forecast for you ahead on KRON 4 News Weekend, taking this live look outside at overcast skies over the San Mateo Bridge. Before we get to that, though, let's get to Henry.
So I'm here with Nuala. Oh, and by the way, with Dr. Peter Bowie, Nuala was in the emergency room just 2 weeks ago having a little bit of a health problem. This is the time of year where people like Dr. Bowie see a lot of emergencies with pets. We're going to tell you about some of the hazards you may not have even thought about, things you need to be extremely careful about. No, you need to be extremely careful about, Nuala. We'll tell you about it coming on KRON 4 News Weekend.
River Rock Casino presents Winners Wheel Wednesday. Be a member of the Players Club at River Rock Casino and start earning tickets now for drawings held every Wednesday night from April 6th through May 4th. Spin the wheel for a chance to win. There are 3 drawings, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and 10 p.m. At 8 and 9, you can take the prize you want, or you can spin again and maybe double your winnings. If you're chosen to spin at 10 p.m., you can win a top prize of $25,000. Play Winners Wheel Wednesdays at River Rock Casino, where real people really win.
That's out there. Range Rover Sport, powered by intelligence.
Guess what just arrived?
Wow, another unicorn. That's so us.
I know.
Yay.
Where's this one gonna go?
Maybe a little to the right. Keep going. A lot more to the right.
Perfect.
Keep all the stuff you love at Public Storage. Every unit is clean, well lit, and accessible 365 days a year. And it's just $1 for your first month. Click, call, or come by. Public Storage. Trusted nationwide since 1972.
We are mothers and daughters and sisters and husbands and best friends. And for 2 days and 39 miles, we are one in our commitment to fighting breast cancer. This is Reese Witherspoon. Join me in the fight against breast cancer. Register today for the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer and help us take one step closer to the cure.
Join us in San Francisco on July 9th and 10th. Register today and get in it to end it.
Everyone can explore the world from home. Get high-speed internet from AT&T, just $14.95 a month for 12 months.
Do you mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
Do people really call 1-800-DENTIST to find a dentist?
Yeah, we've referred more than 3 million people to our members over the years.
Wow.
That kind of record pretty much speaks for itself.
But doesn't it make just as much sense to ask a friend?
We have dentists we've been recommending for 10 years, 15 even. Do you have a friend like that?
Just you.
Exactly.
And we're back on KRON 4 News Weekend. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside. Golden Gate Bridge on the left and the view from Mount Tam on the right. You can see some overcast skies there hovering over the Bay Area. And here to sort out the weekend forecast is Brian Van Aken.
Good morning. Some clouds out there for today. The low clouds pushing into the bay and into the inland valleys. As the low clouds try to clear today, we're going to see some increasing higher clouds from a weather system that's coming in for the afternoon and evening hours. It will be mostly cloudy, I think, at 4 p.m., still with some sunshine popping through. The chance for rain begins after 8 p.m. for the North Bay, and that light rain is forecast to come south through the rest of the Bay Area. So San Francisco, Oakland, South Bay, East Bay into Monday morning. It looks like it's going to be a wet start to our Monday for the commute with periods of rain. It does look to be mainly on the light side, but there could be some brief periods of heavier rain, possibly up to 1/4 of an inch in the wettest places. That system is out of here by late Monday. Tuesday, we enjoy a mostly sunny day with fairly mild temperatures just into the 60s. Already by Wednesday, another system arrives with the chance for rain. It does look to be light and some cool temperatures. I think we'll be stuck in the 50s on Wednesday as this system arrives out of the Arctic and brings in some more cool weather. Here's Futurecast, 10 a.m. Notice how all the low clouds spread all the way into the inland valleys. And through the day, some high clouds begin to come south through the bay and make for some gray skies around the bay. But I think the sun will manage to peek through from time to time. Here is the green by 8 p.m. to the north of Santa Rosa. That shows some really light rain. And this pushes south into the morning hours for Monday and makes for a fairly slick morning commute to start things out for next week. Highs today will come down a few degrees because of the increased cloud cover, mid to upper 60s North Bay. 50s here at the beaches. San Francisco, San Bruno, low 60s. We'll be into the mid 60s for the East Shore with Union City, Castro Valley, and Oakland up to 66 degrees. A lot of cloudiness, breaks of sunshine here for the East Bay valleys. Warmest spot, Antioch, 73 degrees, around 70 for Concord and Livermore. Upper 60s, closing in on 70 degrees for many spots here in the South Bay. Santa Clara, a high of 68 degrees. Here's the 7-day around the bay, and the rain is back for Monday. Highs in the 60s. The best chance for rain is going to be in the morning hours with a couple of showers lingering into the afternoon. We get a break for Tuesday, mostly sunny. Not really all that warm. We're typically in the low 70s inland this time of year. Chance for rain returns Wednesday. This does look to be light rain, but it's going to be a cold system, so those high temperatures for the day only in the 50s. Warmest spots inland just around 60 degrees. Then the weather starts to become a little bit nicer toward the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with partly sunny skies and a modest warming trend.
Attention pet owners, it's spring, fabulous time for pets. You're finally going to get out, spend some time frolicking with your dog or your cat, if your cat is so inclined. It's also a time of considerable dangers. Let me introduce you to two guests. Dr. Peter Bowie is the owner and one of the practitioners at the Pet Emergency Center. I get this right. Pet Emergency and Specialty Center of Marin. And we are joined by, who is your friend here?
This is my dog, Nuala. And she's resting here very comfortably.
Yeah, Nuala will probably not be speaking in the course of this segment, although we've tried. Now, interestingly enough, by the way, Nuala actually was in the ER recently, little emergency, and you never did figure out what the problem was, right?
That's right. So we assume it was an allergic reaction. This is one of the things that we do see in the spring are more bee stings, spider bites, and things like that. She came in a significant amount of shock, and we were very worried about her. She's a 12-year-old dog, so we were very worried.
Now, a dog that's been bitten by a spider or stung, how do you know that they're experiencing an allergic reaction that's serious enough to go to an emergency room?
Yeah, the first thing you're going to see is some kind of pain, and that's the first thing that most people notice, and maybe the only thing they notice. And then sometimes we'll see swelling of the body or hives. Swelling often occurs in the face. At that point, that's the time to go visit a veterinarian. The more severe reactions, they'll get pale, they'll start falling down and look
pale?
weak.
How can you tell a dog's pale?
You look right under the gums right here.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
It should be the same color as your gums.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's how you find out. You don't have to shave.
There you go.
Okay. Other hazards, and I have a prop here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I don't, but Dr. Bowie brought one in. This is a hazard to a dog's health. And a cat's, too, I suppose. I don't know if cats
Absolutely.
ever have
Cats are very agile, but not agile enough to miss these things.
This is a foxtail, okay? Can you explain?
Yeah, so when these dry out in the summer, they'll fall off at just a little brush, and then they'll find their way into almost any orifice, eyes, ears, mouth, in between the paws. Very dangerous little things. They look pretty from far away, but you don't want to be close to them.
So if this ends up in a dog's, let's say, mouth or ear, should you be trying to pull it out yourself? Can you do that?
If you can find it, you may try to pull it yourself, but if you get any resistance at all, you need to take them to a veterinarian because these are barbs and they get stuck.
Okay. What about pesticides? Excuse me. Could you come on back this way? The camera's over there. Honestly, working with pets. So what about pesticides?
So most of the pesticides that people use are pretty safe once they're applied. But the big, one of the big exceptions is snail bait or metaldehyde. And that's a very significant toxin, can cause death in dogs and cats. So we do have an alternative here. It's called Sluggo. This one's Sluggo Plus, and it's iron phosphate, which is much safer.
Yeah, so it's called Sluggo, and I don't know if there are any other brands, but it is iron phosphate. This is important because some snail baits, they say that they're going to be pet safe, but that's because they put a bittering agent in that the pets won't like to eat. I've had people, you may have seen this, I've had vets tell me that they still sometimes eat it.
Yeah, my other dog would eat just about anything, so he would probably love that bittering agent.
So for slugs, you want to go with Sluggo. It does have to be applied more often. It ain't cheap, but it is a whole heck of a lot safer. And heat stroke is the last thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, probably the most dangerous thing we're talking about is heat stroke. We are going to see some warm weather finally, I think, at some point soon, and you cannot have your animals in a car. They shouldn't be tied up out in the backyard where they can't find shade. They need water available. These are very, very important rules because we can see animals very, very sick, and we can see deaths associated with that as well.
Okay, thank you for some great information, and thank you for staying awake throughout the segment, I suppose. Dr. Peter Bowie is with the Pet Emergency and Specialty Center of Marin. We really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We got more news and weather coming up, and when you're looking for something interesting to do, who are you going to turn to? How about turning to a hotel concierge? We've got one coming up. We're on for a new News Weekend.